Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations, where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as a daily office lectionary. And there behind me is Boathouse Row, the famous Boathouse Row with all the Victorian era rowing clubs. I rowed for the University of Pennsylvania and for Vesper Boat Club, both located down there on Boathouse Row. And so this is one of my favorite places in Philadelphia, obviously, for that reason. So I thought for today, for the morning meditation, we would go ahead and we would read a portion of Matthew's Gospel. It's appointed for evening prayer. Matthew chapter 19, beginning at verse number 1. And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And he said, For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh? Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. And what therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. They say unto him, Then why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, that put her away? He saith unto them, Because Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives from the beginning. It was not so. And I say unto you, Whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her, that is put away, doth commit adultery. His disciples said unto him, If the case be the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. But he said unto them, All men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. For there are some eunuchs, which were so born in their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs who are made eunuchs of men, and there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. If he is able to receive it, let him receive it. Then were they brought unto him little children, and he should put his hands on them and pray, and the disciples rebuked them. But Jesus said, Suffer the little children, and forbid them not to come to me, for such is the kingdom of heaven. And he laid his hands on them, and departed thence. Okay, so hard sayings, right? As Jesus says, this is about hardness of heart that is happening, and that's the only reason why that Moses permitted divorce. And in fact, what Jesus is doing is protecting people, protecting not only the institution of marriage, but it used to be that a man in this time could just tell a woman that he was done with her and put her away for any reason, according to the old doing of the ways. And so Jesus is in fact actually giving protection to the women in the marriage, that they aren't just somebody who's going to be put away as if they are owned. In fact, Jesus reminds them that in fact marriage is a sacrament, that the people become one flesh. And so it's important for us to remember that about marriage. Unfortunately, we still have hardness of heart. We still have marriages that are dissolved and die, much to the sadness. And so we pray that God will help us to be better at marrying, and that God will help us to understand that marriage is an institution between a man and woman, and of course God plays a vital part in the middle of that. So today's Saturday, and we're getting ready for worship at St. John's, so please be sure to clear your calendar tomorrow to attend Mass at St. John's. And may your Saturday be full of blessings.